New map lights? Check. LED lights? Check. Now let's go ahead and turn them on. Ooh, that's bright. Oh yeah, definitely like that. Good. All good. Haha, nice. Alright, what up, YouTube? It's your boy Jag back at it again with another vlog. And today, we're going to be doing a little bit of an interior lighting upgrade. We're going to go ahead and install some map lights. We're going to go ahead and install some visor lights as well that usually go on the top of the visors when you flip them down, so you have a little light there, or makeup light, whatever you want to call it. But here we have it. I just recently purchased it. You can see the map light here with the sunshade, with the glasses, sunglasses holder at the bottom. And we also have these extra lights here that are usually for the visors when you flip them down. And these usually come in the Elantra, I believe, or above. We don't have them for the accent. But what I'm going to go ahead and do with these, instead of installing them on the top of the visors, I'm going to go ahead and put a little twist to it and put them towards the back, towards probably the pillars from both sides. So that way the passengers in the rear, should they ever need it, will have some map light. And these come with a small little bulb like this. I don't know if the camera's focusing that. But as usual, of course, we're going to go ahead and convert these to LED lights from BASTE LED, the white ones. Same ones I've got in the car. Shout out to them. They've been providing me with quality products. So of course I got to go back to them. And I'm probably going to need about 4 of these, but I'm going to try to get 2 of them with the boards on it for the map light. So that way it's a little bit wider coverage. And of course for these smaller ones, we're just going to go ahead and go with a simple bulb, since of course you can't freaking fit a board in there. But we're going to go ahead and try to get these installed today. I already made some templates from cardboard. Right here, as you can see, this is for the smaller ones. And I've got the big one around here somewhere. But here, excuse me, but you kind of get the gist of it. So we're going to go ahead and use this template, put it on the top, line it up with the headliner along with the small ones as well, wherever I decide to put them. And then we'll go ahead and try to cut them. I got a guy coming in to help me out with his rotary tools. He's kind of an electrician as well, so he knows what he's doing. But we're going to go and get started on this project. And come join me, you guys. By the way, for this project, I've done some research online on YouTube, and I want to just give a quick shout out to Noah's Garage. He's the one that kind of put it all together for me, gave me an idea of how to tackle this project. So thanks. And I've already subscribed. If you guys haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to his channel as well. But other than that, we'll be right back once we get everything set up and we'll get started working on this project. And see you in a little bit, right? Alright guys, here we are. As you can see, we've got the template all mocked up for the map light for the center of the headliner to go on here. We're just making a few more checks on the lines here to make sure we do a good test fit, kind of analyzing everything before he starts making the cut. And as you can see here, he's just checking the back end, the front end, make sure everything lines up. And it's a good thing he actually has that rotary tool, because I was planning on doing this with a box cutter myself, and I figured, hey, I might need some help getting this done. So, and this guy was as an electrician as well, so he kind of know his way around you know, electrical systems or electrical wires at the very least, even though it's just some basic wiring. As you can see now, he's making some cut or incision on the top with his rotary tool, and it's just a big help for us doing this thing. And now that you can see, he's got it all cut out, and he's just kind of cleaning it up using the cutter or the box cutter blade. That way he can be a little bit more precise when adjusting, because I did tell him to cut a little bit shorter than the line, so that way if we ever need to make adjustments to make it a little bit wider, make it more snug and tight fit for that map light. And of course I wanted to have it a clean incision or cuts as well. So he's still making a little bit of adjustments here, using the rotary tool back and forth along with the blade, double checking, and he's making sure the rear end, or the part that's closer towards the rear view mirror, is a little bit secured and a little bit wider, because for some reason the sunshades holder, or the sunglasses holder, is a little bit wider towards the back end, so he needs to make that part a little bit wider. But as you can see, he's almost finished. He's just kind of mocking everything up, pushing everything in, make sure it's snug and fit. That way we have a good fitment for the map light, and it looks OEM, just all good and a clean install. But in a little bit here, I am gonna start helping him out with the wires and stuff like that. As you can see, he's just making a final cut for the top, taking a little bit off the top, so that way he can get some clearance for the top part of the map lights here. But I'm gonna go ahead and help him out with the wires, so that way I can kind of snake it through towards the front of the car, and he can do his thing there, wire everything up, and we'll be all good to go. Alright guys, we're back. We finally got the map light installed, as you can see here. Although we haven't changed it to the LED lights yet, but we'll get there in a second. But as you can see, it's looking pretty good. The install looks clean. We still got to rewire it from the back, and I'm figuring out a spot for these back lights here. They're usually for the visors, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and put them in the back right here to you know, kind of customize them a little bit and give them a good fit and good look. What do you guys think? Alright guys, here we are on the rear side of the vehicle. I've gone ahead and popped these pins out for the trunk. There's 4 of them in the back here, and I've gone ahead and just popped them out just to see if I can get any clearance for the back panel here. I plan on putting it on this side, the visor light that we've got lined up here. Try to see if we got enough room for it. But we're gonna go ahead and do some test fitting first. I've already got a template filled out, but I just want to make sure this will have enough room in the back there to get fitted. I think that's the best spot I can find, or worst comes to worst, I'll have it lined up here. But I want to make sure we got clearance on the back first. Hopefully this is not too much of a pain in the ass to pull out. But we'll see you in a little bit. Alright, as you can see here, I've loosened up the trim on the rear. Now we're going to go ahead and check, see if this has enough clearance in the back. Can't get a good view on it, but I'm going to go ahead and do the other side as well. Right here, just so we can double check. I'll be right back with an update. Alright guys, so we finally figured out the placement, and now we're going to be doing, or he's going to be doing, the electrician that I got, he's going to be doing the wiring for these lights. As you can see, he's using a soldering iron, and he's going to go ahead and try to put these 2 wires for the positive and the negative on these 2 visor lights that I've got, that I'm going to be putting in towards the back seat. I'm going to go ahead and put them towards the back seat because I thought it was a little bit redundant or useless to have them in the visor, since I have the LEDs for the map lights and they're super bright already, and I don't think it needed that much more lighting. And I figured I could use it as an emergency light for the rear passengers should they need it. And as you can see here, he's putting the soldering iron, putting a little bit on there, and he's making sure that it's on there properly. And I believe afterwards he's going to be using some heat shrink tubes as well to kind of hold it in place, make sure everything's put in place. And this guy surely knows what he's doing. But we're gonna go ahead and just wrap it up. And by the way, just so you guys are wondering, I'm doing a voiceover because earlier there was a lot of cutting, the noise was a lot, and this will explain it a little bit better on what he's doing. And as you can see, he's got one down, and he's got the blue wire for the other side, and he's gonna be doing it on the other side of the light as well. Alright, we're back, and here you can see him making a small incision towards the back panel here. We've already got the clearance. We made sure that we got clearance towards the back, and he's gonna have to make a small incision here for the rear lights, or the visor lights I should say, and we're gonna have to run that wire from that back side all the way throughout the middle, and so that way we can get clearance. And now he's just making some small cuts, and this time around he's going to be using the box cutter blade as well to make more precise cuts, because the small template that we have is too big for the rotary blade that he has, and we don't want to cut too much off. And this is a little bit more precise, and he can control his cuts a little bit better. By this time around, we got the LED, like I said, BASTE LED hooking us up for our project here. And now we got it hooked up, doing a test fit. Sorry about the green light, but here you go. As you can see, it's bright as hell, and it's just what I expected from BASTE. Quality products, quality lights for the backside. Alright, here we are, guys. We just finished. Sorry about the mess, but as you can see, we got the map light installed, the dome light, and we got the rear lights here. Very bright on the inside. Got an extra light inside. Of course, we got one on the other side as well. But the whole process took a couple hours. It's a little bit tedious, some electrical work. But actually, it's kind of bright on the inside. Even with hits on, you can see clearly. But that's about it, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you on the next project. Alright, thanks for tuning in. It's your boy Jack, and like I always say, hey, treat yourself, don't cheat yourself. I'm out. Peace.
Waking up and